having something prepared and then watching it not go the way you planned it to fucking sucks. I know this feeling a lot. Recently I had a couple videos blow up on my main YouTube channel, and I was pretty excited about it. But one of those videos, they were just telling me I missed a bunch of things. It was a tutorial kind of guide video about a character in a video game, and I was told a lot of things. I was told a lot of things I missed, which I did. I said comment if I missed anything, but yeah, I got a lot of comments about things I missed, some things I just got wrong, and a lot of just other helpful and useful information. So that video, it got about 1,700 views, right? So I made another one. I made a follow-up video, twice as long as the original, went way more in depth, went way more. I just put a lot of more effort into it, put a lot more heart into it, and that video currently is sitting at 6 views. I'm gonna try re-uploading it again. I mean, I just don't know what went wrong. I mean, I've adjusted the title, I've adjusted the thumbnail, I've done everything that I think in my power that I can do. All the tags are all the same. I just I don't know. My expectations have been have fallen short, you know? And it really sucks because yeah, I put a good amount of time into this video. I put a lot of effort, put a good amount of little research, as much as you can call research as just playing a video game. But it's like this feeling of just when you're on a roll with something and then just sudden stop. And it's a feeling like how do I how do I overcome this, you know? How do I overcome my expectations just not being met? Because when you expect something and you don't meet those, and whatever you're expecting doesn't meet what you're expecting, you know? It's like you're feeling empty. You're feeling cut short, you know? If I go to work and I don't make as much money as I plan to, I feel so bad. On this last Tuesday, I went into work. I got there early even because I was very excited about making a good amount of money, and I sat in a chair for 3 hours. I work 5 to 8, so it's a 3 hour shift, but I make a good amount of money. Um, Especially on Tuesdays where I was usually averaging about like 90 to like $80 to $90 in tips. So 30 an hour just in tips, not even counting my actual hourly rate, right? It's not bad for a part-time job. But when I go there, especially when I go in early and I literally make no money, $0 on my tip card. I made like 850 because that's my hourly rate for 3 hours, right? Like I made what, $20 that day before tax. Like that sucks. Like I left work feeling pissed. I was upset. I was worried because I kind of need money. Um, and I just felt so bad. You know, I had just a negative feeling in me because my expectations weren't met. And the alternative to like having these high expectations whenever they don't get met, the alternative to that is just having low expectations. And I used to do that. I used to just not really care about things, just kind of accept things as they are, not really like if something didn't go as planned, oh, who cares? Or I wouldn't even like have a plan. I would just like let life happen and I would just be along for the ride. But that sucks. That sucks. Cuz then you're never really living, you know? A lot of life comes from just having these expectations and living up to them, you know? Whenever I sit down and I make a video and I'm editing a video and I'm recording and I'm doing whatever and I'm putting a lot of effort into it and then I see it go, not only hit like my average of like a couple hundred views, but I see these videos go into the thousands and then hit like 2,000 and I see a bunch of comments either agreeing with me or having their own inputs. It's such a nice feeling. Like, when you meet or even exceed expectations, it's such a nice feeling because it shows that like what you're doing, like whatever effort you're putting in, it's being not only matched, but it's like it's such a nice feeling. It shows you that what you're doing is worth it. Whenever I when I started making YouTube videos, I was getting about like 10 views, 10, 15, 20, 10 again. Like I was sitting in the double digits. And I remember I mean, I wasn't like excited about it, but I was still like, okay, this is like 10 is more than 0, right? So I expected around like 0 to 5 and I've hit 10. So I feel good about this because obviously something's working in this very micro scale. And over time, I'm seeing like, okay, these views are okay. We're going from 10 to 25 to like 50 views, and then okay, now we're hitting the hundreds, and then we're consistently like maybe we'll dip down to like the 60s, 70s, but we're consistently making views that are getting hundreds of views. Now, in the grand scheme of YouTube, getting 100 views on a video, it's not that good. But for me, starting out making fucking Overwatch videos, very poorly edited Overwatch videos, very unfunny, very cringy Overwatch videos. You know what I mean? That was it. That was to me like yeah, like exceeding my expectations, and sometimes just meeting them at that 100 range. And then I'd get a video that would pop off a little bit, get 1,000 views, and I go, wait a minute. Okay, wait. Okay, something's happening here. And I see I get a couple comments on these, and I'm like, whoa, this is either really funny or this is just a good video. Or I remember getting my first love, like I don't know, I know hate comments are where I don't know, like a supportive comment just saying that the video I was making was funny. And I remember screenshotting it and sending it to my friend being like, dude, this is why I'm doing this. Because whenever you put effort into something and whenever you have these expectations of what you're doing to eventually blow up and be like an actual like content creator and being like you know what I mean, when having these expectations and then seeing the results, seeing the steps, the stepping stones, and seeing the fact that like people are actually tuning in, and you I see when I have like recurring viewers and I'll see like people, okay, well, they're continually clicking the Clementine video. You know what I mean? Like it feels nice. It feels good when I see that like the effort I'm putting into these videos, I'm meeting the expectation in my head of like, okay, they're watching the videos and they're watching them for a good amount of time and they're either hitting that like button or they're smashing that subscribe button. You know what I mean? It's just such a cool like it's such a good thing to have your expectations so like at a moderate level. Because if they're too low, then it's like you're not really there's no excitement anymore. It's just kind of okay, like yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I got a couple views. I don't care. I also view it as like if you have expectations for something, it means that you're more involved and more you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't have a word for it, but you're so like your mind is on it all the time. When I see that my videos are getting low amount of views, I sat there and I took the video down and I looked at what was going on. I re-edited the title. I went back to the drawing board with the thumbnail. I'm thinking of the different tags of what's going wrong. I'm looking at all my different platforms and I'm seeing, okay, there's a common theme of like right now my views are a little low and also my internet quality is kind of shit. So I looked up, I was like, okay, does internet quality affect like initial impressions? And the sources I got were a little mixed, but I'm still gonna assume that it kind of does. So like it's just when you it just shows that you give a shit. You know what I mean? And I like caring about things. So my expectations are gonna be like moderate to high. You know what I mean? I just I think people need to expect more out of what they do and what they care about. That's just that's just me though. So that's the theme of this video. Expect me to have a consistent upload schedule, maybe. Thank you.